Assalamu alaikum. I am discussing about active voice power. Please listen to me. Learning vocabulary is sometimes seen as progression from passive to active. When a learner first meets a word, they might check its meaning, perhaps in a bilingual dictionary. Further exposure will result in a deeper relationship as the learner encounters conjugations, tenses and forms as well as different meanings, common collocations, and members of the same word family. From this perspective, even a single word can present a rather daunting source of study. Active vocabulary. Students will, however, need to move beyond passive knowledge to actively using a word well before they have learned all its possible variations, uses, and meanings. A vocabulary notebook with example sentences combined with student written original sentences can provide a structured first step in developing their active vocabulary. However, a poorly produced vocabulary notebook is at best not very helpful and can at worst lead to error fossilization. For this reason, it is best to provide some guidance on vocabulary notebooks that can set the students on their towards vocabulary learning independence. Choosing words. The first step is the selection of words for active use. It's important to note the difference between active and passive use. Since writing their own original sentences is the student's first move towards being able to use words effectively, exposure to wide selection of words is critical. Reading materials, vocabulary list, and regular classroom teaching all provide rich sources of vocabulary. It is important that students choose the words themselves, since they are best able to make a decision on what words would be useful to them. Usefulness in this context implies that a student believes they will encounter opportunities to use the word. In some cases, a student may already be familiar with the word choose, but would like to move beyond passive knowledge to being able to use the word actively. While I will continue to use the singular form of word in this article, the selected items may often include two-part verbs as well as longer phrases. Noting information. Once a word has been selected, the students will need some basic information about it. This should include it at the very least meaning, pronunciation, and form. While translation are useful as thought for meaning, they may not. Students encompass the precise meaning of a given word very accurately. Where the English definition is too daunting, students should be prepared to look closely at the example of text in which they encounter the word. More on examples later. Ideally, information about pronunciation would involve writing the word in phonemic symbols. At the very least, the student will need to note the number of syllables as well as the stressed syllable. While a stylable is recognizable in quite a number of accents, and less than perfect pronunciation syllable will be less too. Finally, noting down the form of a word will be critical in helping students. It's not avoided. After all, if a student in the avoided syllable is a noun, they are likely to produce some rather peculiar sentences using it. Some students may also want to pursue word families and write some variations of words such as praise and praisal. Others might like to write down some common collocations straight away. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.